Minimalist philosophy, shifting your mindset. The first step to becoming a minimalist is shifting your mindset. You need to open your eyes and really evaluate the world around you. When you begin to train yourself to view the world as a minimalist instead of a consumer, you will begin to notice the way corporations advertise. Large companies create ads to make you feel insignificant and insecure in the hope that their product will fill your needs. When you see this process happening, you can make a conscious effort to realize that you are content with your life and this product will bring you little to no additional value. Once you have taken this step, you are on your way to practicing a minimalist lifestyle. Less is more. When your mindset shifts, you will begin to realize that less is more. Commercials and advertisements will not control your life as you now understand that creativity and purpose are what define you as a person. You will no longer get a shopper's high from purchasing new products. Instead, you may actually feel disappointed that you spent money. Shifting your focus from purchasing for pleasure to saving for pleasure is a sign that you are experiencing a mindset shift. Minimalist organization, the minimalist kitchen. The first room to which we are going to apply minimalist principles is the kitchen. We are going to start with the kitchen because it is usually the room that is the most difficult to keep organized and minimalistic. Why the kitchen is a trouble spot. The kitchen is a designated trouble spot because it is very difficult to practice discipline here. Groceries and excess impulse purchases are usually the source of this problem. But many people also have an excess of pots and pans, utensils, and glassware. We stack up on these useless items because we always want to be prepared for large meals and guests. Sometimes we stack up on them so we always have items to get us through the day without having to do the dishes. This technique always ends up backfiring. The dishes that we use the day before only sit in the sink and add to clutter to our lives. Keeping only the minimal amount of silverware and glassware that you use during the day and running one load of dishes each night is a much easier and better long-term practice. Problems that a cluttered kitchen can cause. Having too many items in your kitchen can have a wide range of negative consequences. Cluttered kitchens will result in cleaning sessions that can take a great deal of time and effort to properly take care of. In our example above, would you rather do one giant dishwashing cycle that can take you hours, or would you rather take 5 minutes to put away your dishes and wash them each night? A cluttered kitchen will also lead to excess purchases as you will be less aware of the items you already own and use. You will find yourself purchasing duplicate food items or appliances, which leads to excess spending. Taking control of your kitchen and really focusing on what you need each day will lead to less clutter and more savings. Watch your cooking habits. Take notice of the items that you use day in and day out and discard any excess. For example, there is no reason to have multiple skillets in your kitchen. Purchase a large skillet and use that for all your meals. You can make a wide variety of meals with only a skillet, saucepan, pasta pot, large pot, and a baking pan. Record how you cook each meal and patterns will emerge. If you haven't used an item to cook in the last 2 weeks, you may need to throw it out or donate it. Appliances. Having excess appliances is usually not as bad of a problem as having excess utensils and pots and pans. The problem appliances tend to be related to items we purchased but never use, such as that pancake maker, juicer, toaster oven, etc. Take an honest look at all the appliances you have in your kitchen and ask yourself some tough questions. If you haven't used that item in the last month, are you really going to use it in the future? If you have a juicer you rarely use, you need to make a decision to either start juicing or get rid of it. Knives, utensils, and other silverware. Your goal with your kitchen should be to keep just enough silverware to complete 2 days of eating and kitchen activity. Ideally, you can try to keep it down to 1 day, but you need to make sure you are disciplined each night with cleaning and washing the used items. Many people have numerous knives, forks, and spoons. Sometimes they have enough to last for weeks. This only promotes poor organizational discipline habits. Remember, there is a direct correlation between how many items you own and how cluttered your sink is with dishes and other items. Taking a few minutes to wash and run a cycle of dishes each night is much better than slaving over your sink for hours to run a long cycle. Minimalist budgeting, benefits of budgeting. The minimalist mindset in regards to budgeting and life philosophy is to try to live with as little as possible. Instead of surrounding yourself with useless items and purchases, you instead take charge of your life and focus on what means the most to you. You then do everything in your power to surround yourself with the people and objects that give the most value to your life. One myth about minimalism is that these people live like homeless people, but this couldn't be further from the truth. For example, if a sports car gives you joy and adds value to your life, then you should have that car. The problem is that many people surround themselves with items that don't bring them joy, clothes they never wear, and items that go directly in the attic, and they spend their money trying to impress friends with watches and other luxury items. If you take an inventory of a consumer's house, it is usually filled with only a few items that bring them real joy and pleasure. On the other hand, a minimalist takes pride in making sure every item in their house brings them joy. So when you look at it from this angle, who really has more? The benefits of the minimalist lifestyle. There are numerous benefits to changing your mindset and adopting the minimalist frame of thinking. For one, you will save more money and you will be able to focus your time on allocating that money to what you want most in life. You will find that stress will melt away as you are no longer thinking about how to pay your bills each month. Instead, your worries will become focused on whether or not you should spend your money on travel or cooking lessons. You will remove yourself from the advertisement rat race and become blind to large companies and mainstream habits. Instead, you will follow the beat to your own drum and focus on what matters to you. Do it yourself. The best way to save money and also grow your creativity is to become proficient in new skills. Cooking is the #1 skill we recommend that will save you money and possibly allow you to develop a new passion. There are numerous YouTube channels that are devoted to healthy cooking and eating right. These meals can all be made for less than $10 and can feed quite a number of people. Many people never start cooking because they feel like they don't have the time. Fast food is such a convenient option. But many meals can be cooked in 30 minutes to 1 hour and leftovers can be eaten for a few days. In the long run, you will actually save time by cooking your own meals. Your body, wallet, and mind will all thank you for taking the time to craft your cooking skills.